Hey kids! Welcome to Fun Learning. Today we will be learning about force and motion. Motion. What is motion? A change in the position of an object over time. What causes an object to move? A force. All motion is due to forces acting on objects. What is force? A force is a push or a pull. A force is a push, pull or twist that can change an object motion. Can cause a resting object to move. Can accelerate a moving object by changing its speed or direction. Can more than one force act on an object at the same time? Yes. More than one force act on an object at the same time. Gravity is pulling you down to earth. The ground is supporting you. And your legs moving you forward as you run during physical education. The total combination of the forces opposites and same direction acting on an object is called net force. What are balanced and unbalanced forces? Balanced force. Equal forces acting on one object in the opposite directions. The balanced force do not change the object's motion. A balanced force is one in which the net force equals 0. Do you think there will be any motion? And the answer is, no. There will be no motion because there is equal amount of push and pull force. Unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces occur when one force is greater than its opposite force. Unbalanced forces can cause objects to speed up, slow down, stop, or change direction. An unbalanced force is one in which the net force is greater than 0. Do you think there will be any motion? And the answer is, yes. The air resistance will negate 2n of gravitational force, which will leave 48n of net force pushing the skydivers to the ground. The force produced by the blue team is greater than that of the purple team. So the net force is 15n that would tip the rope's direction to the right. Only an unbalanced force can change the motion of an object. But how? Your dog can cause you to move if he pulls with enough force. His force is greater than the force you're using to stay in place. What would happen if an unbalanced force acted on an object that's already in motion? It will change the speed or direction of the object. Example: your little brother is riding his tricycle. You run up behind him and give him a push. Your force adds to the existing force, causing him to speed up. What happens when unbalanced forces can act in the same direction? When two forces move in the same direction, the forces are combined. Here the net force is 25 Newton. Let's find out the push and pull force. Example: you are pushing a cabinet across the room with a force of 15 Newton. Your friend is pulling with a force of 10 Newton. What is the net force? The net force is 25 Newton. What direction is the cabinet moving? The cabinet moving in the same direction. How unbalanced forces can act in opposite directions. Example: two dogs are tugging on a rope. One dog pulls with a force of 20 Newton and the other pulls with a force of 25 Newton. Bob and Bran. What is the net force? When unbalanced forces act in opposite directions, the net force will be in the same direction as the large force. Here the net force is 5 Newton and towards Bran. What direction is the rope moving? When you have opposing forces, the direction the object moves is in the same direction as the larger force. Let's recap. Force and motion. Motion. A change in the position of an object over time. A reference point enables a person to determine that something has moved or changed position. All motion is caused by a force or forces. Here the reference point is tree. We knew the car moved because it got closer to the tree. the reference point and cross by. A force is a push or pull on an object causing a change in speed or direction. A force is a push or pull on an object causing a change in speed or direction. Net force. The total combination of the forces acting on an object is called net force. Forces moving in the same direction will be added together. 50 Newton add 40 Newton is equal to 90 Newton. The net force. Balanced and unbalanced forces. A balanced force is a force in which the net force equals 0 and there is no motion. "300 Newton of force opposing 300 Newton of force is equal to 0 Newton. A balanced force with no motion. An unbalanced force is a force in which the net force is greater than 0 causing motion. For 100 netwin of force opposing to 300 netwin of force is equal 100 Newton. An unbalanced force with motion going in the direction of the greater force, in this case to the left or toward team A. Here is special information to remember about unbalanced force. Unbalanced forces can act in the same direction. If the forces are combining their efforts, the Newton force is combined as well. Unbalanced forces can be demonstrated if two people lift a couch or push a cabinet from the same side. This is all for today. Thanks for watching. Happy learning with Fun Learning, where we prepare you for life. Stay tuned for more interesting videos.